So I think Ghost Squad is gonna kick Ghost Squad's ass.
You know, I have a funny feeling you might be right. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We have yet another night of Fragmageddon coming your way. This is Grease Scotsman with Quake Live TV. And I've been joined in the virtual studios by Jahar. How you doing, man?
Doing good. This is gonna be an interesting night.
Indeed it shall. And to make this a little bit more interesting, we're going to have Ghost Squad 1 facing off against Ghost Squad 2. There's really not a whole lot of ways to tell these guys apart. So, yeah, pretty much...
One's blue, one's red.
Yeah, we asked the blue team to change their clan tag color for us so that we're not consistently confusing who's on what team. Because it'll be a bit difficult to figure it out.
Now, run this one by me one more time. Are these separate rosters on the same team, or are these literally two different teams named coincidentally the same?
I believe that they are one enormous team that decided to split into two teams for this.
Oh, okay.
I'm not entirely sure though. I mean, that's something that I actually have a whole list of questions I'm going to be asking when we get an admin on the Ventrilo server. It's going to happen next week when we cover the third place in grand finals. We're going to be bringing the admins in and dropping a few questions their way.
We actually have a familiar lineup. If you were watching last night, on the blue side of the Ghost Squad team, we have Tyrael, OKFS, NZA, and Coolman. And on the red side of things, we've got Dibasso, Cercito, Drake, and looking for the one more there.
It'll probably be Fakyu.
Fakyu, yeah. Facky.
And I have to say, from what little we've seen, definitely the people to watch are going to be Drake and Cercito on red, and I really liked some of the moves that we had Coolman pulling together last night. So it'll be interesting to see.
And I'm really liking what we saw from... Yeah, I was going to mention NZA was pulling off some wicked stuff the other night, so definitely going to be keeping an eye on him. And it looks like we're going to be finally playing, oh my god, we're going to be playing on the Asylum.
Really? Okay. Oh, I've been wanting to see this map all tourney. So on this map, this area where Tyrael just hopped up and he's duking out against Cercito, we will probably see this area, this high platform. It is going to be one of the most contested spots in this map, largely because that height advantage means that attacking with rockets from these lower positions quite difficult. And then, of course, you know, you really have the advantage if your enemy tries to flank you around the back through this jump pad. So the main thing, though, on this map, you're going to see a lot of long-range rails, and of course. This wall provides quite a bit of coverage. You can do some nice peek outs across the map there. But the attacking team, these pillars are placed quite nicely where you can fit rails in between. But in order to do so, you really have to expose yourself.
And also because of the open-ended nature of this map, if you know, you're outnumbered, say 1 to 2 or 1 to 3, you really have the room to really move around the map, do some evasive action, and pull out some flick rails across the arena to even things up a little bit. So there are going to be some interesting matchups tonight on this, and we're going to go live here in just a few seconds. Take us away, Greased.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. Let's see the final countdown. And we're going to start off watching Fakyu tonight. And he opens up, first shot with the rail, nails a pair, has yet to miss, finally backs away, and that's a smart move there to back off. Of course, Fakyu is on the red Ghost Squad. And he's got to watch his 6. See how he's using this pillar, but anytime that he kind of peeks out from beyond it, that the blue GHS is able to really capitalize quite a bit. Drake's not going to survive with 7 health. We got 2 survivors for Blue's Go Squad. We're gonna watch OKFS, who got the final kill. So here it is. Once again, Blue GHS finds their way to this platform, and they defend it with a vengeance. I think tonight, since the team names are the same, we'll just call them Red and Blue. So, you know, there you go.
Right. Inky and Blinky. But here we're seeing not a lot of assertion of control over that top platform, and I gotta take it as a contention point with you because I don't really see it as an advantageous point. It's a point where you see a lot of teams try to hold down, but what we've seen so far is that anybody who gets up there is gonna get railed pretty easily, but Facu, making me eat my words a little bit here, lands a nice rail. He's the only one left on the red team, but here he is, ducking around the corners here, using the RJ to make some distance. Only 27 health, that means that they're going to be coming after him with MG and with SG to try and finish him off.
That was a
nice
fantastic shot.
Drop down, spin around. That was a beautiful rail. But with only 1 health left, it's going to amaze me if he can pull this one off. No, Cool Man knows that he was down, and he does the cool thing with the shotgun and finishes it off.
Yeah. But as I said, you know, this is almost the equivalent to DM6's bridge. Okay, it really is sort of, you know, the place to grab. And yes, you can defend against it. There are other places on the map, but both these teams vying quite heavily for it, at least so far in the match. I'm curious to see if we're going to see maybe a switch up. But the biggest problem is that when you give up that position, you give up the height advantage, and in such an open map like this, that height advantage, I think, becomes an even more of a strategy. Because it's really all you got. You know, you don't really have peeking around corners.
Nice one. Circito finishes it off, bringing it up to 2-1. This is just getting started, and Ghost on Ghost. Really, I'm wondering how this is going to go down. But right now, Circito throwing out some rockets, hopefully not going to eat a rail here, but I wouldn't be too surprised at that point. Now, these guys have, neither of them have really spawned with the clear advantage over the bridge, and my thinking is that they're not willing to send just 1 or 2 guys up there because they're going to get nailed. So any kind of height advantage is going to come from everybody making a conscious effort to go up there at once, and so far they have not considered it worth it.
Interesting choice by Circito in that instance. It looks like he was pushing out to maybe help out his teammate, but he ended up, he ate so much damage before he dealt any out. It just was not a very fruitful endeavor. We're going to watch Teriel this time around. Now, my favorite thing about this map, and here it is yet, Blue GHS taking the upper very quickly. But wow, Teriel gets his head chopped off, stuck it out way too far. And we're watching it, Daibasso pressing with a teammate on that upper area, and of course they're using the corners very well. Circito getting the frag against NZA. That's going to give a 2-man up situation, make it a 3-man up situation, and Cool Man in a bad way, down you go. One thing I love about this map, Jahar, is that even holding this upper position, yes, you have the height advantage, but you still have to cover about 8, at any given time, you're covering about 6 entrances, or 6 various attack points. It's very difficult to ever feel secure. Oh wow, Circito getting double teamed. Oof, right up the pooper. Nice job with OKFS.
Yeah, it's definitely a very balls-to-the-wall kind of map, and I especially like it for much of those same reasons, and the fact that you're really using those corners to your advantage and using the rockets really less for damage and more just to push them out so that you can get an advantageous shot. And because of that, this map plays much more organically than many other maps, and so far we are seeing beautiful displays of that kind of organic playthrough.
Wow, fantastic shot by Teriel. That's the drop-down rail. He's looking for the follow-up, but it's Facu getting it done, and he had 133 health at the end of that, so he could have survived a couple of rails. Probably would have gotten the round anyway, but it's currently 3-3. We're going to watch Facu once more, and nails the beautiful rail as he jumps over the portal.
Now Facu's up here on top of that bridge, raining down the grenades, not getting a lot of hits, finally giving it up for a more advantageous position because he probably knows that if he stays up there long enough,